Nobody tells you this part about stress. It doesn't just live in your mind. It quietly rewires your body, lowers your defenses, and decides which illnesses get a chance to walk in. Stay with me because by the end of this story you'll understand how stress talks to your immune system, and how you can finally interrupt the conversation. Imagine this. It's late at night. The house is quiet, but your body isn't. Your shoulders are tight. Your jaw is clenched. Your thoughts are replaying the day like a loop you can't turn off. You're not sick, not yet. But you feel worn down in a way sleep doesn't seem to fix. A few weeks later, a cold lingers longer than usual. A flare-up you thought was gone returns. You start asking yourself, why does my body feel like it's giving up on me? The truth is, it's not giving up. It's responding. And it's been responding for a long time. Stress is not just an emotion. It's a biological event. The moment your brain perceives threat, whether it's an argument, financial pressure, caregiving burnout, or unresolved fear, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis. This system releases cortisol and adrenaline to keep you alert and alive. In short bursts, this response is protective. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol stops being helpful and starts being harmful. It suppresses immune cell production, slows down inflammation resolution, and reduces your body's ability to recognize and fight viruses and bacteria. Your immune system doesn't shut down, it gets distracted. It's forced to prioritize survival over repair. Here's where the story deepens. Your immune system is not separate from your emotional life. It listens to your nervous system every single day. When stress becomes your baseline, your body learns to live in defense mode. That means fewer resources for healing, regeneration, and balance. Research shows chronic stress lowers lymphocyte levels, weakens natural killer cell activity, and increases systemic inflammation. That's why stress is linked to frequent infections, autoimmune flares, gut issues, skin conditions, and slower wound healing. But there's something even more subtle happening beneath the surface. Your body starts to interpret the world as unsafe. And when the body feels unsafe, it tightens. Blood flow shifts away from digestion and immunity. Sleep becomes lighter. Recovery becomes incomplete. You may notice you're always almost better, but never fully well. This isn't because you're weak. It's because your system has been running an emergency program for too long. Think about how often stress asks you to override your needs. Skip rest. Ignore hunger. Push through exhaustion. Be strong. Be productive. Be available. Every time you override a signal, your nervous system takes note. Over time, it learns that survival means endurance, not repair. And your immune system adapts accordingly. But here's the part most people don't realize. Your immune system also responds to safety. When your brain senses calm, predictability, and emotional regulation, it sends a different message. Cortisol levels normalize. Inflammatory markers decrease. Immune surveillance improves. Studies show that practices like adequate sleep, emotional expression, social connection, mindfulness, and moderate exercise don't just reduce stress, they measurably improve immune function. This is why people often get sick after a stressful period ends. The body finally comes out of survival mode and realizes how depleted it is. It's not betrayal, it's released. And it's also a signal. Your system has been protecting you the only way it knows how. The most shocking realization for many people is this. Stress doesn't weaken you because you can't handle life. Stress weakens the immune system because your body believes it is under constant threat. And belief to the nervous system is biology. Once you understand this, something shifts. You stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What has my body been protecting me from?" That question opens the door to self-awareness instead of self-blame. Healing begins not when you eliminate stress entirely, but when you teach your system that it is allowed to stand down. Regulation becomes medicine. Rest becomes repair. Emotional awareness becomes immune support. When you learn to interrupt stress with moments of safety, slow breathing, grounding, honest connection, self-compassion, you're not being indulgent. You're giving your immune system permission to do its job again. Your body is not fragile. It is adaptive. And once it learns that the danger has passed, it remembers how to heal. If this story helped you see your stress and your body through a kinder, more informed lens, stay with this channel. Here we explore how the brain, body, and emotions work together so you can build resilience instead of fighting yourself. If you found value in this, like the video, share it with someone who feels worn down, and subscribe for more science-backed, compassionate conversations about mental health and healing.